Well, hi there, folks. This is Bill O'Leary. So in this YouTube video, I'm going to be talking about what a power of attorney is. So I'd like you to learn three things in this video. Number one, what a power of attorney is, obviously. Two, the different types of powers of attorney, and three, how a power of attorney can be used. So again, by way of quick intro, my name is Bill O'Leary. I'm an attorney where I focus on estate planning, elder law, and probate and trust. And my firm is Legacy Planning Law Group in Jacksonville, Florida. So to the topic at hand, a very important part of good planning for your affairs is a power of attorney. I'm sure all of you have heard of it. A power of attorney it's a legal document that lets someone else act on your behalf. Now, a power of attorney, sometimes called a POA for short, can be especially helpful for older people so they can choose a trusted person to act on their behalf when they can't handle their affairs. You can plan ahead by creating a POA to appoint basically a substitute decision maker, and that's what we call an agent. Now, a power of attorney can deal with healthcare matters. It's known by several different names. In Florida, the most common is what's called a healthcare surrogate designation. It's also known as either a healthcare proxy or healthcare power of attorney in other states. A power of attorney can also deal with financial matters, and that's the thing I want to focus on in this video. A financial power of attorney. It's a legal tool to help plan for the possibility that you won't be able to make important financial decisions at some point due to, let's say, things like dementia, maybe traumatic brain injury, or some other impairment that can affect your mental function. A financial POA is often referred to as a durable power of attorney, and all that simply means is that it continues to be in effect even after you become incapacitated. It doesn't end at that point, but it continues on. It sort of durates into the future. Now, like I said, a POA gives somebody like a trusted family member the power to act on your behalf. This trusted person is known as your agent. Sometimes you might see in a POA document the term attorney in fact. That's just another word or term that's used for agent, but agent is more common. You can name one or more persons in your POA as your agent. So one way to handle this is to name an initial agent and then backups, what are called successor agents that would step up if the initial agent can't act anymore. Or you can name several people to act together at the same time. They're called co-agents, where any one of them can act to help you. A POA can be limited in nature, limited to a specific activity, let's say like closing on a house, or it can be general in nature. Also, a POA can either be given on a temporary basis or on a permanent basis. And I will tell you the most common kind of POA is one that is in general in nature, which gives a wide array of powers, and it's permanent. Now, remember, with a power of attorney, you can revoke it at any time that you want. So even though it may grant authorities on a permanent basis, it really isn't permanent. Another interesting thing, if you will, about a POA, it can either be one that goes into effect right away, even though you're in good health now, or it can be a type of POA that does not go into effect right away, but only kicks in later if and when you become incapacitated. This kind is what we call a springing power of attorney. What that means is, again, the POA doesn't kick in right away. As long as you're healthy, it's not effective. And so although you've assigned it, your appointed agent can't use it while you are healthy. They can only use it if and when you become incapacitated. So again, at that point, the POA springs to life. Now, certainly a springing power of attorney is a less risky proposition for you, the person that signs it, because you really would not have any concern that somebody that you've appointed could walk it down to the bank and drain your account while you're still healthy. Now, it's important to note, springing powers of attorney are no longer allowed in Florida. Ever since 2011, we no longer allow them. So I will tell you this, we have a lot of sort of old POAs floating out there. You really need to get your POA updated. Now, with a valid POA, your agent can basically take any action that is permitted in that legal document. And so typically what's going to happen is that your agent is going to have to present the actual POA legal document in order to invoke or use the power that they're trying to use. So, for example, let's say your agent is acting on your behalf to sell a car. Well, DMV is going to require that the POA be presented before your agent can buy or sell the car. What if your agent is trying to buy or sell a property, real estate? Okay, the POA is going to have to be presented to the title company. Or maybe your agent is trying to open or close a bank account. Again, they're going to have to present the POA to the bank. Now, that said, if we're talking about sort of mundane day-to-day transactions, like your agent writing a check for you on an account that they've already been given authority to, they're not going to have to present the POA every time they have to write a check. One last thing, let's say you don't have a POA in place and you then get to the point where you can't manage your affairs anymore. Guess what happens? The court system gets involved. Somebody's going to have to go down to court and ask a judge to appoint them as your legal guardian. This is expensive because a lawyer has to get involved. Most people don't want to impose that burden on loved ones. In addition to sort of the cost, by the way, a guardianship legal case is public. So, your entire incapacity is on public display for everyone to see. So it's much better to be proactive. Create a POA now to avoid that mess later. So if you'd like to know just a little bit more about what a power of attorney is and maybe how we could help you get that in place, we would love to talk to you. So schedule a free 15-minute discovery phone call, sort of an easy first step we encourage you to do. And scheduling is really easy. Yeah, you can go to our website and select the book your free phone call button, but better than that, just click on the link that appears in this video, takes you right to our booking calendar. Pick the day and time that works for you. If you've enjoyed this video, we'd ask that you like and share, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Legacy Planning Law Group. We keep putting up more and more good content all the time. So